Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today I thought I'd talk a little bit about Sublime Text 2, which is my text editor of choice currently. And a lot of people, when they start making websites, they'll start on something like Dreamweaver, maybe move to something like Coda, which is more of a text editor but with some more visual aspects built into it. And then a lot of people have used TextMate, which is a pretty bare bones text editor with a lot of really great features. And so you may have used any of these products before. But the reason why I think Sublime Text 2 is better is because it's really continuing where TextMate sort of left off. And if you had experience using TextMate, you would know how great it is for just being so bare bones. It's not giving you all this extra crap you don't need. Like Dreamweaver is an extremely bloated application that really doesn't do a whole lot extra for you other than just give you a bunch of features that aren't really super necessary. So if you're one of those people that's been using Dreamweaver, or you've been using TextMate or Coda, I would really suggest checking out Sublime Text 2 and seeing how it can really improve your workflow. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to sublimetext.com and then it's /2. So the second version, Sublime Text 2, is the first one that's available for OS X, which is probably why it's been gaining some ground lately, besides being totally awesome. So let's go here and we're going to click this and you're going to download it. I'm on OS X. If you're on Windows, you can download the Windows 64. If you're on Linux, you can download the Linux version. It's really just a great product. And what's awesome about Sublime Text 2 is that if you've used TextMate in the past, your TextMate bundles are going to work with Sublime Text. So that's really great news because you don't want to have to be going and getting all new bundles, or let's say your color schemes are going to work with Sublime Text 2, so there doesn't need to be a whole lot of new color schemes created. So, it's going to give you this, and you're going to drop the app into your applications. Okay, and now I have mine in my dock here. I'm going to open it up, and this is what I see. So it's bare bones, right? This is what Sublime Text 2 looks like. If you're going to type, it's just going to be gray text. However, let's say we're working in an HTML document. So let's just save this as, I'm just going to save this on my desktop. If I don't already have it, I'm going to name this index.html. And you'll notice one thing instantly. Besides saving this here, you see your title here. Down here in the far bottom right, you'll see that it says HTML. So this recognizes that it's an HTML document. And what it's going to do is it's going to color code your site, just as you would want for an HTML document. So this sort of color scheming stuff is going to be recognizing most every single document format you could be editing in here. And if it doesn't, there's a really great way you can install packages and extensions into Sublime Text. So for instance, if it doesn't support Sass, which is something that I use quite frequently, you'd be able to install that, which we'll show you in the future. And then over here, if you click on this, you can see we have not only Sass, but SCSS. There's Ruby on Rails, all sorts of stuff here that I would want to use frequently, and it's going to start detecting those documents for you when you install those packages. And if you've been following along in any of my tutorials, you should be used to this interface. So what I'm going to do with this series is I'm going to tell you why I like using Sublime Text 2, but we're going to go over a lot of its core features. In the next video, I'm going to be going over the interface in more depth. And then I'm going to show you how to modify preferences because it's not as clear or as clean cut as some of the other applications you've been using. And if yours looks different than mine here visually, it's probably because I have a color scheme installed and a theme installed. These are things that we'll be showing you how to do as well. I'll also go over things like project management, how you can set up your project file structure, how you can navigate between files really quickly. We're going to be going over the package control, which, as I mentioned before, how you install packages or extensions into Sublime Text 2. And then once we get package control installed, there's 8,000 different things you can do. So we'll go over changing themes, changing color schemes. We'll be going over different key commands, just time-saving things. We'll even be going over a SFTP application for Sublime Text that builds an SFTP into Sublime Text itself. And you may be wondering about the price of this application. You can buy it from their site. And if we click buy here, you can see it's 59 bucks. And if it's an application that you use every day, which I use every day, then $59 is absolutely nothing. Otherwise, it will allow you to continue using it for as long as you want, just every, I don't know how long it is, every, like, I feel like 50 saves or every certain amount of time, it'll pop up with a note and say you haven't purchased it yet. And you can just click OK, continue using it without paying. But I personally would recommend, putting the $59 bill right now, because you're going to get a lot of use out of this application, and there's just so much you can do with it. Okay, well, this is Sublime Text 2. Feel free to play around with it, open some of your HTML files, and just see what you can do. It's a pretty basic text editor. However, there is things like code completion and stuff like that you'll see here. And just start typing around and check it out. Okay, in the next lesson I'm going to go over a little bit more about the interface, and we'll show you how to use some cool features in Sublime Text 2. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment on the video or hit us up at Twitter, LevelUpTuts. You can reach me at stolinsky at Twitter as well, or we now have a Level Up Tuts Facebook account, so you can also reach us there. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.